And now, the greatest Super Bowl play, David Tyree's helmet catch.
Yeah, the greatest plays in Super Bowl history. When I said that, what's the one that jumps out in your mind?
Tyree.
The catch, David Tyree.
David Tyree's catch deserves to be number one because of just so many reasons.
And he takes the snap. Back to throw. Under pressure. Avoids the rush. And he's going to fight out of it. Still fights out of it. Now throws it deep downfield. Wide open Tyree, who makes the catch.
To be able to escape the Patriots defensive line, get away, keep the play alive, and then for Tyree to have one of the hardest hitting safeties in the NFL bearing down on him and pin that ball against his helmet. It doesn't make sense. It just doesn't. It doesn't make sense.
David Tyree's catch set up Plexico Burress' game-winning touchdown as the underdog Giants upset the previously perfect Patriots.
The Patriots will not be perfect. They were for 18 games, but not the 19.
Throw, catch, trust, play, time. I think that's a play because of all the circumstances involved around it. It jumps off the page.
David Tyree defines an unlikely hero. Before catching 3 passes, including a touchdown in the Super Bowl, he had just 5 catches all season.
The fact that it's David Tyree, it's incredibly hard to believe. During practice that week, Tyree was dropping everything thrown to him so much that his fellow receivers were trying to console him and explain to him, don't worry about it, you'll still have an impact in the game. It was as improbable a play as anybody could ever have dreamed up. He'll go down in history for that one play.
Ironically, that one play would be the final catch of David Tyree's career.
It's kind of remarkable that it worked out that way, but it's not a bad way to go out.
The thing about the Tyree catch is that it's only half the story.
Our number 1 play is labeled the Tyree catch, but it could just as easily be known as Eli's Houdini act.
I just remember Eli's jerseys being pulled back, and you thought, there is no way in hell that he gets free. And then all of a sudden, there he is throwing the football.
How did he get away from that? I have no idea.
What Eli Manning did on that play, it does get sort of forgotten. And the fact is, he deserves almost as much credit as David Tyree.
I am still flabbergasted with what Eli Manning was able to do. What a play by the quarterback.
Everything about that play makes it the best play in Super Bowl history. Is there anybody that even debates that?
I don't think you can put this number 1 because it was a little bit fluky.
Ain't no fluke. Ain't no fluke.
With all the good, pure football that we have on this list, with Holmes' catch or Malcolm Butler's interception, and it's to me, that's more impressive than one of these kind of flukier one-hit wonder plays.
Despite a few naysayers, David Tyree's catch was the overwhelming choice as our number 1 Super Bowl play.
It's the number 1 play in Super Bowl history because you still can't believe it happened.
And the Giants, with the most improbable win, have won Super Bowl 42.
Let alone with Rodney Harrison, an all-pro safety, trying to punch it out.
How in the world did he do that?
Let alone in the fourth quarter on a game-winning drive to win a Super Bowl by one of the biggest underdogs ever against one of the greatest teams ever. This is number 1.
This quarterback and his receiver just made the biggest plays of their Giants' careers.
Admitting that you're happy that your ex-girlfriends are actually doing well is the equivalent of a Patriots fan saying the Tyree catch is probably the greatest play in Super Bowl history.
What a play by Manning! And what a catch by Tyree!
I don't want to acknowledge that that's the greatest play, but that's the greatest play.